Hello everyone, Ben Stowe from NLFX Pro, and I'm here to talk to you about the new Shure SLX-D wireless system. But before we begin, I need you to do something for me. Please click the subscribe button because, frankly, we need more subscribers. And besides, you don't want to miss some of the great videos we've got coming up. So, about 6 years ago, when we started talking about the 600 megahertz transition, I said that I felt like we would see the next golden age for wireless. Now that the wireless companies kind of knew what the rules were and what the future would hold, they could really invest their R&D money, and I think this is absolutely a product of that. It's sort of the lower price point cousin to the ULX-D, and the QLX-D operates with many of the same features, just not quite as many, but again at a much lower price point. So let's take a quick look and see what makes the SLX-D a great choice for the money, perfect for portable units, small installs, and that sort of thing. First thing we'll notice is we've got a single receiver and a dual receiver, so it's available in both options. And I've done this to show you the different display modes. We can have the channel name here, we can have the numerical frequency here, or we can have the group and channel here. And setup is super easy. These also have an Ethernet port on the back, and I have them all connected to a small Ethernet switch in the back. Now you don't need a switch if you just have two receivers. You can just put a cable between them, but if you have more than two, a small inexpensive Ethernet switch does the trick. And let me show you the magic of that. If I want to choose clean frequencies for my area, which of course I do, all I'm going to do is going to go into the menu, and I'm going to go into frequency setup, and I'm going to do guided frequency setup. And the mic's going to kind of walk me through the steps that are necessary. So I press in, it says initialize my system. Sounds good. It just says right here, push the knob. It's made for anybody. I'm going to go ahead and push that. It'll now say start scan, and it is now group scanning. And as we can see, it says I've got 3 receivers. It's found all my receivers, and I have 31 available frequencies, so more than I need. And I'm going to go ahead and deploy those now with a single button. It's going to propagate those frequencies to all 3 receivers. And that's it. We're all set. That part is set up. Now to synchronize the transmitter, also very easy. Simply turn on our transmitter, hold the infrared window towards the front, and press the sync button. Done. Piece of cake. A couple other cool features I want to point out real quick here. On the front panel now that we're synced, we can see my RF strength. We can also see my audio indication there. And we're using the Shure rechargeable batteries and the rechargeable battery dock. And what's really neat here is that I don't see a bar for my battery strength. I see time. It shows me there's 7 hours and 25 minutes of battery strength left. Now, that only works with the Shure batteries, but you can use regular AA alkaline batteries, and those will work just fine as well. Those will just show you the bars for battery strength. Couple cool quick things here. We also have a switchable power mode from low to high, 1 milliwatt to 10 milliwatt. 10 milliwatt or 1 milliwatt is fairly low power because it propagates a digital signal in the UHF range. It is a bit more resistant to RF noise and that sort of thing, so we can get by with those lower powers. And in fact, sometimes that's a good thing, as higher powers increase the likelihood of things like intermod, that sort of thing, RF harmonics. So pretty cool feature there to have the switchable power. The transmitter simply dock to charge. Here we can see the body pack, same feature set. Battery in the back here, TA4F connector as we're familiar with seeing with the Shure, power switch there. All set to go. In the 3 display modes we have our name display, we have the group and channel display, and we have the numerical frequency display. Now, in addition to the easy group scanning feature that we talked about with the Ethernet port, we can also tune these manually. And it's important to note that we have 44 megahertz of tunable bandwidth. Now, in the US, a TV station is 6 megahertz, so that means we have a little bit more than 7 TV stations worth of tunable bandwidth we can move around in. So if you were going to an event and you had someone providing a frequency coordination, perhaps like what I've done for college football championships and that sort of thing, you would simply be able to tune that frequency in manually. Another cool feature is they've made it very easy to set the optimal gain. Gain structure, of course, is very important to how your system sounds. All we have to do is go into our menu and go down to gain. And you can see here it gives us kind of a sound check mode. So, and it shows us right here, there's the optimal level. So I might need just a little bit more. And now I'm in that Goldilocks zone here for the optimal level of sound. I'm all about getting nerdy, so if you don't like it easy, there's the advanced settings. And here we can see we can lock the device. We can change our network configuration. Right now it's just simply set to manual with a link local address. So it makes it plug and play right out of the box with other units, but you can change that. Controller access, some presets, and of course our favorite, factory reset. And a help menu. Kind of nice to have a help menu. Now, you might say, wow, Ben, that's pretty cool that you labeled that one Vox 1. And you might say, no, I label all my microphones all the time. But just go with me on this cool thing for a minute, and let me show how easy that is. I can come in here, and I can just go to change my channel name, and simply change the alphabetic name here. I'm not very creative, so we'll just call this one Shure 1. All right, now to wrap up our very quick little tour of the Shure SLX-D. Packed a lot of features into just a couple minutes. Here on the back we can see there's our power connection. There's our Ethernet port for the group scan we talked about with the Ethernet switch. You can also use those to send command strings, IP command strings for control. We have a XLR and 1/4 inch output, and we have BNC connections for our antennas. Units, of course, are rack mountable, can be used with antenna combining, and again, very simple, robust, reliable, easy to use system. And we bet this video has given you some questions, so please drop us a line and let us know what your questions are, because we love to talk nerd and we'd be happy to answer them. As always, thanks for watching.